Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had an amazing day and are ready to learn some things, hopefully, and just, hopefully catch something from this video that you enjoy, that you like. So today we're going to be talking about just simply getting into the trades and how I'm going to start managing that. So as you all know, I have been doing a Top Step funded account challenge. It's a 50K account challenge. My rules are 1 trade a day, 1 max risk 5 points, and take profit 10 points. I have been taking profit at 5 points just because we like doing the easy trades, getting in and out, but 10 points is my overall objective. So I am aiming for 10 points on every trade. Even if it might not hit those 10 points, hey, I'm still aiming, making sure that we're getting trades in that will reach 10 points. But something I've been combating with has been getting into the trades. As you saw yesterday, I saw this beautiful setup. I was ready to go, and I just could not get into the trades. So I think for me, something I'm gonna be doing now is A++ setups like the one from yesterday. I'm just gonna get into those trades on a mini lot size. So trading the Emini SMP. But something that I'm gonna start doing too is incorporating micros into my trading. And essentially I'm just going to be, if there's a trade that I think could potentially play out or a setup that I like seeing but I'm not completely certain of, I'm just going to get into those trades on the micro SMP because one, instead of $50 per lot size, it's $5 per lot size, so a lot smaller risk. Two, I think this will just help me get into the trades essentially. And three, I'm just really working on building that muscle of pushing the button. So being able to get into those trades with a very low risk is something I'm excited for, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. So with that being said, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I kind of just want to go over this chart, kind of show you what had happened, and essentially kind of show you the difference between an E-mini and an micro. And the cool thing is there really is no difference. The only difference is one, it's the lot size price is $5 compared to $50, and two, it does move a little bit different, but most of the time the price is the exact same. So just seeing that is simply amazing. So let's just jump down. I'm not gonna do too much on the charts today. I'm gonna try to make this a smaller video just because I wanted to essentially share my thoughts on what I'm going into and how I'll be combating getting into my trades, which is entering into the micro. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys like, hey, we basically have the exact same runs here on the micro. And even though I will take trades on the micro E-mini SMP, I'm looking on the E-mini SMP because I'll have my charts kind of laid out something like this, where I'll be able to take a trade down here, but also using the chart from the E-mini. Just because this way everything is cohesive, everything makes sense to me. I have all my charts marked up on the E-mini, so it just kind of makes sense for me at this stage in my trading. And I'm very excited. But again, let's just point out some obvious things here. So even if you look at this candle right here, right, compared to this candle right here, it is a little bit smaller. There's a little bit more discrepancies between the two pairs. But for the most part, it's basically the same patterns, right? Same sort of candles, even though there is a little bit difference. Like this down close candle here is smaller than this down close candle here, which is a little bit bigger. But for the most part, it's basically the same. Same with this candle down here, how we have that sort of doji, but on this one it is a down close candle. So that's why I'm kind of going to be watching the market on the Emini S&P, but taking trades on the micro Emini S&P. And I'm not saying that I'll be taking trades only on the micro, because I still want to take trades on the Emini, especially when they're the A+ setups. But sometimes I see a trade that I'm like, you know what, that's potentially a good entry. That all makes sense. It's kind of like a B or a C+ setup. I'll be taking those on the micro just to get into, hey, like, enter your trades. It's gonna be all right, you know? And I won't be doing that for long, but I think it's just gonna be able to help me enter into the trades and essentially just become a better trader overall. So yeah, we won't talk about much. I mean, we did reach those weekly relative equal highs, and then we traded into that weekly fair value gap. And of course, we had a down day today, down back into this new week opening gap. So this week's been a little bit interesting. We have been kind of, I wouldn't say all over the place, but it is Wednesday today, so we had this market trade around the new week opening gap a lot. We had that nice run during London and in the morning coming into this weekly fair value gap, and then we just had this down close candle, this really nice down close candle, and then eventually back down to this new week opening gap. So the fact that we're kind of just like trading around the new week opening gap kind of shows me, hey, you know, we're not in a very trending market. Yeah, we could catch some pips. Yeah, I mean, it could work out, but we're just not in a very trending market. And because of that, I'm not too keen on getting into trades, but I did take a trade this morning on the E-mini micro S&P, so that was cool to see because I just wanted to try it, you know, like we're trying to get into our trades, so I'll kind of go over that trade really quickly. Let's just jump down to the 1 minute. So essentially I saw this movement. We came up, we took out these highs, we took out that weekly relative equal high level that I was talking about yesterday. We traded into this weekly fair value gap, but then we had this nice push down, breaking market structure, breaking that higher time frame break of market structure, came down. We had somewhat of a breakaway gap. It would have been nice to see that traded into to take a short, came down, and then we had this confluence with this 1 hour fair value gap, so we traded higher right into that 1 hour fair value gap. But if we look closer, it's also a 1 minute volume imbalance. So my trade was here. And again, these are kind of trades that I'm like, you know, I would like to see this play out. However, it's not like my A+ setup. One, it's a volume imbalance with the 1 hour fair value gap instead of like a 1 minute fair value gap or a 5 minute fair value gap. And I wanted to see the market come back down into these new week opening gap levels. And of course we did eventually hit that new week opening gap level, but it was cool to see the market. So we traded down, taking out those relative equal lows, came back up into this 1 minute volume imbalance just to fill it in with the bodies, which is really cool to see that play out. And then of course came down to our new week opening gap. So I actually did take that trade on the E-mini micro because I was like, it seems like a good trade setup. We are going against the trend, however, so I just didn't want to risk too much capital. So I just decided, hey, you know what? Why don't we try just getting into the trade on the micro E-mini S&P? And lo and behold, we had a profitable setup on that. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you trade the E-mini, if you trade the E-micro, like what is your choice? Like what do you prefer? And let me know if you think it's a good idea. Hey, you know, we're trading, we're still getting into the trades with lower risk. I mean, seems like it'll be okay. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you got something from this video, and yeah, I'll let you know more in the future what this brings. So I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.